I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right, and welcome to the podcast, everybody. It's me, your host, Corey, and as always, I'm joined with Molly, Michelle, and Andrew. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
How has everybody's week been, of course?
Busy. We just did our first live game stream.
Yo, and where can everybody go check that out?
Right here on our YouTube channel and also on Twitch on Total Apex Gaming.
Total Apex
right,
Media
everybody.
Gaming.
Oops, Total Apex Media Gaming. My bad.
Yeah, you got to get it right because then everybody's going to be like, hey,
You
what's
lied.
going on? I can't find it. You lied to us.
It's new. It's new.
Like we literally just named it or like an hour ago.
Exactly. We got it all set up.
And what did you guys end up playing?
I was playing a game whose name I forgot. Real
The
Face
Real
of
Face
a VTuber.
Yeah, basically it's a visual novel style game. A detective series, kind of like I guess you could say Phoenix Wright, attorney Phoenix Wright. And
Objection.
basically, but you're playing as a detective and you are trying to figure out who killed Mr. Chicken, Mr. C. And yes, he is a chicken. So
Yep.
you got to question everybody that works at this VTuber agency.
All right, and how often are you guys gonna do this?
Hopefully we can try it, start it off on once a week. So
Yeah, we're not
Awesome.
we haven't created a solid plan. Today was like a dry run, the first go of it. We were just like, okay, this game came out, we have it, so let's play it and get it out there. And so yeah, whenever we can fit it in, or once a week or something like that. Undetermined.
Perfect.
if I can lasso Michelle from her busy duties.
Perfect. Is so it's Total Apex Media Gaming
On Twitch.
Yeah. On Twitch
On
is Total
Twitch.
Apex Media Gaming. Otherwise, it's right here on YouTube. Same
All
channel.
right, you guys tune in for that each week.
Mhm.
All right, going right into it. Of course, everybody from one game to another. It's Total Apex Sports.
That's me. I'm either early or late.
Go get the
Oh,
hang of it.
Andrew, what's going on in the world of sports today?
There was a lot. First off, I have to start with today's news with what happened with the coaches. And since the last time we recorded, another coach got fired as well. So, yeah, we're just adding to the pile here to the amount of teams with coaching vacancies.
There's just a pile of coaches just laying somewhere in a bar right now, going like, what?
So basically, since the last time we talked, the Miami Dolphins fired Mike McDaniel. It was 50-50 on whether or not they were going to fire him, because some say they were going to keep him and then maybe go after a quarterback next year, or they were gonna fire him and then they would have to find a new head coach to pair with the quarterback they're currently stuck with in Tua Tagovailoa. You can try to pronounce that. I don't know. Don't ask me how to spell it though, because that's impossible. But today, the Pittsburgh Steelers fired longtime head coach Mike. Fired, I guess. Mike Tomlin stepped down. In their history in Pittsburgh, he was their third ever head coach, coaching the team for 19 years, and never had a losing season. And this is coming off a pretty bad loss on Monday Night Football against the Houston Texans in the playoffs. So he's a well-established head coach, and it was kind of surprising, but many thought he could go into broadcasting. He might want to go for another coaching endeavor. He might wait a year. This is kind of similar to what happened a few years ago with Saints head coach Sean Payton, who went into broadcasting, and then he got traded to the Denver Broncos, he basically got traded for draft picks. Something similar could happen for Mike Tomlin, but the interesting part is the Steelers do have his rights for one more year, unless they restructure the contract. So basically, Tomlin's kind of has to go into broadcasting or just take a gap year completely. He can't sign with he can't get hired by a new team. So that's kind of another interesting wrinkle out of all this. And then to quickly recap, wild card weekend, if we get this type of environment again this coming week, that's gonna be great playoff football, because the first three games, the Rams, Panthers, Packers, Bears, and Bills, Jaguars, even Niners, Eagles, they all came down to one score at the end of the game. They're all close. And then we had the Sunday night and Monday Night Football games were not even close. It was pretty bad. It was ugly football. But the other games, I'm hoping we get a repeat of those this weekend. And then even though the Niners beat the Eagles on Saturday, they did lose. Sunday. They did lose their All-Pro tight end George Kittle to a torn Achilles. So they're going into a rematch against the Seattle Seahawks, who last time we talked, they're on the bye week because they had the best record in the conference. So they're a good team to watch. They're probably the favorite for the NFC. So, they're not the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to have to do that without George Kittle, which is going to be tough. The next thing is the Chargers fired their offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, and the word is kind of funny here. So initially it was reported the Eagles fired their offensive coordinator, Kevin Patullo, but I guess they reassigned him. He's still going to be on the team, but I don't know. They should have just did that a while ago. I don't know what the point is to people, it's not even general consensus. It might be a fact, the offensive play calling in Philadelphia was just bad from the start, the whole year, consistently bad. I don't know why they didn't, at least do the reassigning thing. And then, in that Philadelphia loss, their all-pro receiver, A.J. Brown, had a bad game, multiple drops, and if you've watched any Philadelphia game this year, he and the head coach, Nick Sirianni, and Jalen Hurts all kind of – it's not even Jalen Hurts. It's mostly Sirianni and A.J. Brown. They would always, yell. You would always see them on the sideline yelling at each other. So I don't know how long they have. He might just get traded, like everyone said that he would 2 years ago or even last year. Other potential head coach opening that could have happened, but at this point I don't think it's going to happen, is the Green Bay Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. I don't think he's going to get fired. I think they're going to retain him, but They've been to the playoffs multiple years and haven't gotten it done since the Aaron Rodgers days. So it's getting there. And then that same Bears Packers game, Ben Johnson might have solidified his Coach of the Year status. The Bears last year were bottom of the NFC North. Had I'm pretty sure they had like 5 wins or 6 wins, and they this year with a brand new head coach got to the 2 seed and are at the top of the NFC North. So that's basically a 1 year basically wheel. They just transformed the whole team in 1 year with a brand new coach. And speaking of that, real quick, in that game, the Bears won 31-27, but they were down 15 points in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
And they won, which is basically it's the fourth largest comeback in Bears history in Chicago, and it's like one of the top 5 crazy comebacks in playoff history. So yeah, it's insane. That's why people are pointing to LaFleur saying, "Oh, maybe he should be fired," because the game management point, you can't blame the players. It's on the coaches on whether or not making the play calls to set them up for success. And that was, if you have time, go watch the highlights. It was crazy. And then the last real quick thing of news was, so the Jaguars unfortunately lost, and their great season came to an end to the Buffalo Bills. They lost 27-24. But the real thing was, a reporter by the name of Lynn Jones from the Jacksonville Free Press had a viral interaction with Liam Cohen that kind of sparked some interest between the beat writer community and the sports journalist community. I'm not sure if you want to play the video or not, but I could talk about it after or during.
We can play it. Let me cue that up.
Sure.
Yeah. Why don't you talk about it, Darren? Because
right. Okay.
kind of give it a breakdown as it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second.
I want to know the tea, my dudes.
I'm surprised they got some They got pretty good traction on it.
Right.
Here we go.
All right. Here we go, guys.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Right. Yeah, so basically what she's saying is she just wanted to congratulate Liam Cohen because he's the first-time head coach of the team. And she said, congratulations on your success. You hold your head up high. You guys had a great season. Great job. Keep it going. We got another season. Take care and much continued success to you and the entire team. That was it. That is all she said. And so the reason why it kind of got viral is because normally in these beat reporters during these press conferences, they're mostly serious and even though this was a positive thing, people said oh, you have to abide by what they lost. This was the losing team, but which is weird. I don't know why this is such a big deal. And then she even told the Athletic, shout out Richard Report for that clip, but there in a press conference there's no protocols, even though I thought there would be, but I guess not. But yeah, apparently they never got any information to say you can't say this or anything like that. I think the problem that a lot of people have is like they kind of want to like get to the bottom of like, you know, what happened at the game, like why did they lose, like, and but yeah, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I think it's mostly like social media stuff, but I guess like usually like other beat writers or journalists, like they don't want to sway too much to one side, but like you're like reporting on the team, like you should be like objective a little bit. I mean, like
gotta be neutral,
right? Or like you try to do that, but at the same time, they had a great season, so yeah, you can do that. But yeah, we can go on to the divisional round. We got the Bills at the Denver Broncos at 14-3. This is going to be a fun game just because, you know, a lot of people don't believe in Denver, even though it's interesting. This year, like, no one believes in the 1 seed because, like, they haven't really shown that they could do it. Like, they don't have, like, the high track record. Like, the quarterbacks themselves. But yeah, Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback, Josh Allen, he went to the medical tent, I think, 3 different times for maybe like the same thing, and you know, like it was like a finger or like a knee, or people thought he had a concussion. Like it's he did it all for that win against Jacksonville. It was not an easy game. Right now, the Bills are actually favored by 1.5. It's a 46.5 over under. This could be another close game. I think I would even if, you know, Josh Allen goes. They call him Superman because they literally put the whole. They basically formulated this whole offense around him. Like if and the run game. Like if they don't show up, usually they don't do well. So, but I think I have to give it to the home team for that one. Just because Denver's defense is another tough defense like Jacksonville, but they have a little bit more like offensive consistency, like relative to that. And then the Saturday night game is the Niners going to Seattle. Since they're division opponents, they played already twice this year, and they both split. So both teams won one time. So, and they're all low scoring. So this is going to be another, you know, close game, I would say. And I would have to. I think the biggest home field advantage in the NFL is in Seattle. They have the loudest home crowd in the playoffs this year. And, you know, like what they say in Seattle, it's probably going to rain. So the Niners are going to have to deal with the elements again. And the over-under says exactly that. It's going to be 45.5. And the Seahawks are 7.5 point favorites. I would actually take the Niners on that line just because, like, both of their games this year have been within a score. So I don't expect a blowout. It's going to be another low-scoring game decided on just a handful of plays.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is that all in sports?
I think we have one more on Sunday.
There we go.
Oops.
Oh,
Too fast.
Well, okay.
Too fast. A little preview.
so ignore the repeating Patriots logo. That's supposed to be a Bears logo.
A bear.
I didn't know the Bears were changing their logo.
Well, honestly, if
A bear.
if you took this year into context of of most of the last like decade, they're kind of like the vintage Patriots. That's how good they're playing.
Oh.
The Bears have
Empty
had
Patriots.
like the Bears could they have a good chance. Anyway, we're getting into the first Sunday game with the Texans. I didn't mention how badly they beat the Steelers on Monday night. It was like 13-6, and then
Wow.
by the third quarter it got to, and the third and fourth quarter it got to like 30-6.
Holy
It was a
crap.
blowout. They destroyed them like by the end, but it wasn't because of the offense, because the offense actually messed up a few times. It was more the defense was so good and so dominant. Like they could be out of the AFC. They could be a Super Bowl contender. They have the top defense along with Seattle. Those two teams have the best defenses in the playoffs. So we'll see. I mean, people say Super Bowl, like in the Super Bowl, like defense wins championships. So I think one of those teams will make it to the Super Bowl. Maybe not both, because of you still have to have a good offense, but the defense can really take you there. Yeah, I'm not.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
It's a toss up.
Yeah, and then the Patriots, they had a close win against the Chargers. They won like 13-6. They didn't really have to do much. The Chargers often kind of just didn't show up, and the Patriots, they just cruised. So I would probably have to give it to the Texans just because they're the Patriots are a 2.5 point spread favorite, but their defense put up like 3 scores like by themselves. Like they're that level of team to do that. And then before we wrap up, I'll talk about the Rams. They almost got upset by the 8-9 Panthers, and the Rams won 34-31. So they did win, even though they lost in the regular season. But it came down to the last drive. It was another nail biter. That was the first wild card game, and it was very close. I would say that the Bears' defense is definitely not as good as the Panthers, but the Bears' offense, if they were down by 2 scores in the fourth quarter, I think the Bears would probably win based on their season. They've had like 5 or 6 comebacks this year, and it's also in Chicago, and the Rams coach Sean McVay, he's 0-2 when coaching there. So even though the Rams are a top team, they're one of the better teams with a great offense. I think the Bears have a lot of momentum, and I would say that they have a good chance of winning. Real quick, so the Rams are away favorite by 3.5, but the over/under is like 51, which is pretty high for like a potential snow game, because it more than likely than not will snow or some precipitation. And then the fun thing was with that Green Bay Bears game Saturday night, it literally snowed pre-game. It was a blizzard, and then right when the game started, it stopped completely. It just stopped. I don't know why. We were
Divine
robbed
intervention.
we were robbed of a fun snow game. Hopefully, we get it this time. And I would not be surprised if they went on and shocked the NFL again and then beat the Rams.
Oh, it looks like just looking at the forecast, there's a very small chance of snow, but it's only going to be about 17 degrees as our high. So
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a cold one.
it's going to be
It's
cold
fine.
for those LA boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all
Right.
what you're afraid of.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Oh.
is that all? Is that all in
Yep.
sports? Okay.
Yep.
That's
Well, thank
all
you,
the
Andrew.
excitement the sports had.
Well, thank you, Andrew, of course, for always bringing in the sports. Coming up next, it is me with your entertainment and Total Apex Entertainment. All right, in entertainment, this week has been a big week because what was Sunday? Brrrr, the Golden Globes. Go to the next slide. There you go. Bam. Golden
Bam.
Globes. Woo! Thank you. So this Sunday, it was. I'm not gonna lie. We kind of had a little bit of fun in a couple of our meetings talking about the Golden Globes. Guessing kind of who would win and who wouldn't, of course.
Did y'all have
But
a
there
betting
was a
pool?
lot. I'm sorry, what?
Did y'all have a betting pool?
No.
No, not yet. No, not this year. Next,
Darn.
that's probably
You probably
That's probably
could
gonna be
bet
the
that
next
somewhere. You probably could.
you definitely could. There are a lot of stuff, especially in Vegas. There's a lot of pools and stuff going on. But of course, let me give you the rundown. Of course, for the Golden Globes. Of course, this year it was hosted again by Nikki Glazer, comedian. It was, of course, aired on CBS and Paramount Plus, only if you had the premium, which I kind of discovered I did. I didn't know that.
You've been paying
I was
extra,
like, oh,
didn't even
cool.
know about it.
I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I
And this is
couldn't
a-
watch because I was like, oh, sad. I don't have
Yeah,
premium.
we tried. We all tried at some point. Of course, her jokes were actually pretty good. I'm not a big Nikki Glazer fan. I'm not gonna lie to you, just because I'm not her demographic.
I mean, makes sense.
So, yeah. But that being said, she did a great job as host. She did a great job last year as host. Of course, there were some contenders this year, and the ones that came out of the ashes are the ones that, of course, won. For best motion picture, you got Hamnet. For best motion picture and drama, you got Hamnet. For best motion picture and musical comedy, you got One Battle After Another. Of course, you have some major acting wins. For best actor, you got Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. You've got best actress in drama for Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. You got best actor in musical and comedy for Timothy Chalamet, just hanging off Kylie Jenner, of course, the whole night. Best actress in musical and comedy, Rose Byrne. If I had legs, I'd kick you, of course. For supporting film awards, of course, went to Tatiana Taylor for One Battle After Another. Best supporting actor was Stellan Skarsgård for Sentiment of Value. Of course, other film wins. K-pop Demon Hunter not only won Best Animated Feature, but it also won Best Original Song for Golden, which we all called,
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one for sure.
Best Original Score went to Sinners, aka Ludwig Göransson, who not only has worked with Rian Johnson since they met when they were younger, but has worked with other artists and is currently working on The Odyssey with Christopher Nolan.
Ooh.
I found that out in the podcast today. And then you also have Best Non-English Film, The Secret Agent. And then, of course, One Battle After Another also took Best Director and Best Screenplay. Of course, TV and a TV world of TV. You have Best Television Series for Musical Comedy, which was The Studio. Seth Rogen also won Best Actor for that one. Best Limited Series and Anthology Series, Adolescence, which had 4 wins overall that night. Best acting, best TV acting highlights, of course, went to Best Actress TV Drama, Rhea Seehorn for Pluribus, which I kind of called a little bit myself, so I'm kind of proud of that one. Of course, Best Actor in TV Drama is Noah Wiley from The Pit. Like I said before, Best Actor TV comedy was Seth Rogen for The Studio. Best Supporting Role, Owen Cooper and Aaron Doherty for Adolescence. Best Actress TV and TV Comedy, Jean Smart. And Best Stand-Up went to, of course, Ricky Gervais. Our boss called it. We know he did.
He's gonna lord it over you.
That being said, I called it on him too for this new category that has been introduced to the Golden Globes, Best Podcast. So, and the podcast that won was Good Hang with Amy Poehler. That's right. Yeah, thank you. Amy Poehler's podcast, Good Hang, won. I'm not surprised it won. If Amy Poehler ever wants to be a guest on this show, we're just calling it out now. Let's just call it out now. Amy Poehler, come be a guest.
Let's just manifest it. Let's just manifest it into the universe.
Of course, we had a couple of unforgettable speeches. Tatiana Taylor delivered one of the most emotional speeches that night, along with Owen Cooper, who was he's 16. He was 16. He won at 16, which is great because it goes to show that not all kids are trying to destroy the world right now.
It's not the kids we have to worry about.
Not the kids we gotta worry about, dude.
Of course,
we ain't gonna touch that right now, though.
No.
Of course, there's some celebrity moments. Of course, Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner displayed, of course, some public affection. You saw they were kissing there in one of the breaks, which you saw. Jennifer Garner made a glamorous red carpet return. And of course, one thing that got so many headlines and still getting headlines, especially on TikTok, Mark Ruffalo made headlines for political commentary during interviews. He has actually been wearing a button for Renee Good, who unfortunately and tragically lost her life due to an ICE incident. That being said, a lot of people are upset, and a lot of people in Hollywood are just upset with the way everything is going as far as the country. And so Golden Globes, I have a feeling that a lot of these award shows, we're going to start seeing more and more
political
of that.
Activist stuff.
Right. Exactly. On the red carpet, of course, he wore a Be Good pin and part of a wave of celebrities using the event to protest recent violence by U.S. immigrations and, of course, custom enforcement, and in honor of Renee Good, a Minneapolis woman who was fatally shot by an ICE agent earlier in January. The pin became a visible symbol of that cause during the arrival. Ruffalo explained to the reporters that the pin was for Renee Good and for people in the United States who are feeling scared today. It was the political statement. He didn't even need to take the stage for that one. He went around doing that. So, but overall, the night for Golden Globes was good. People celebrated, partied, and a little note here: Seth Rogen himself, who is part of the show The Studio, has said that they had filmed some stuff for the next season of The Studio.
Oh,
there. So,
interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Right. In other news as well, just real quick while I'm touching, there's no slide for this, but it just kind of popped up. Ryan Coogler, for anybody who doesn't know, is doing the X-Files. I believe. I believe. There you go. I believe Scully.
Oh my gosh.
Ryan Coogler, of course, has shared new details of the series. The series will be well-balanced Monster of the Week stories with a larger conspiracy, which I'm looking forward to. Vince Gillian has offered him some advice, of course, of tackling the television show. Coogler's next project, along with Black Panther 3 coming afterwards. Coogler also has stated saying he's embracing the fan pressure. There are a lot of really smart people out there, and I don't want to let down. He praises Gillian and David Duchovny, but wouldn't say whether. I'm sorry, Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny, but wouldn't say whether they'll return. So here's how I see this. All right, I say no Mulder, no Scully as the main characters. Introduce some new, but have them kind of play like a mentor role, if anything.
Yeah, I think that would be wise.
I think that would be wise because you're not trying to. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Go. Say what you're gonna say.
I was going to say, you're not trying to continue Mulder and Scully. You're trying to create something new that builds off and kind of makes the story separate but still as good as the other, which a lot of stuff don't do correctly. So,
yeah, make it fresh, pass the torch.
Right, and that's something that we're starting to see with a lot of these older shows sometimes, where it's just like, with a good example is Scrubs. Scrubs is making a revival, and yes, the old cast is coming back, but one time they attempted to try to pass the torch. Will they be able to do it again this time? Or another good example is Roseanne. Roseanne unwillingly passed that torch.
She did, didn't she?
Yeah, but hey, it worked out. Connors lasted for what, 5-6 seasons, maybe more?
I'm not sure. It was actually pretty good. I watched some of it.
I did. No offense to the TV show, but I wanted to comment.
But that's all.
I wanted to comment on your quote of the guy saying, "I'm just embracing the people ragging on him about the series, the series where." He's like, I'm just embracing what they say. I'm like, yeah, don't piss off the lore masters. They're the ones that can actually make or break it in the social scene because they know every little bit of detail when it comes to the X-Files. Do not mess with them. They're scary.
Yeah, don't
they
piss
are.
the fans.
Listen, nerds, period, over stuff like this, whether it be X-Files, Doctor Who, Marvel movies, if you mess up that lore,
they will come after you. Pitchforks.
Yeah. So, all right, and that's all. Honestly, that's all I have for entertainment, everybody. I hope you guys, of course, go check out Total Apex Entertainment for more articles and more topics on the Golden Globes and everything else that we post on there. From, of course, playing the entertainment game to living in video games comes Total Apex Gaming.
Okay, so first we're going to play a video I want y'all to watch.
Hold on.
BT Dubs, Molly,
Here we go.
Domini. So...
Oh my god. They're coming to life in the cards.
Yep.
Isn't this the game with it's like Pokemon, but they have weapons?
Yep.
No, legally it is not like Pokemon. It is something that represents capturing device.
Okay, so Pal World has officially expanded into the tabletop gaming field. Pocket Pair just announced the Pal World Trading Card game, which is going to launch in July 30th later this year. And it's what's expected considering they basically duked it out with Nintendo and the owners of Pokemon, and just rehashed it as Pokemon with guns. That's what they were known for, basically. And they're actually partnering with Bushiroad. I think that's what I wrote down. I'm sorry, my handwriting sucks. And they are the company that did the card games Vice Schwartz and Card Fight Vanguard. So that those are really popular tabletop card games as well. And this means that it's going to be a fully competitive card game, not just merch, not just a collector's edition, full on card game that you can play with in competitions and with your friends and everything. So it's going to be built as a 2-player tactical battler where you deploy the POWs, gather resources, build bases, and fight your way to victory. And basically, it's you took the game and you put it in the card form. That's what it is. Then
real quick,
They're so cute.
Well, have you guys played? Are there any card games that you guys have gotten into throughout the years, like growing up and whatnot? For me, it was started Pokemon, and then Yu-Gi-Oh, and then it went to Duel Masters, and that's where I kind of quit.
Oh my gosh.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. I actually still have my Pokemon collection. I sold my Yu-Gi-Oh collection. And then whatever catches my attention, like really right now, I'm waiting for the League of Legends Riftbound cards to come into a store near me so that I can start collecting those. So
I played Magic the Gathering for a while. I still have a great number of cards. There was a system called ARC, A-R-C, which had a couple of different types of decks. One was just like science fiction based. The other one was based on, then they had 2 others. One based on Xena Warrior Princess and the other one based on Hercules, the TV shows. And then there was a trading card game for Star Wars after the new movies, the prequel trilogy came out. Mm-hmm. So there was that. I can't remember what they called it, but we did have those cards as well. And I'm sure I still have them. And then Pokemon, of course. And I haven't played with Pokemon cards in a while, but I still have mine. Their first run, their beginning ones. So
okay. My favorite card is technically not a card per se, but it is the gold-plated Poliwhirl Pokemon card that you could have gotten from Burger King.
Burger King?
It was.
Yeah.
I had that. Have some of those. The ones they came in like a Pokeball.
Mm-hmm. I only have the one because we didn't go to Burger King all that often, and the closest one was 30 minutes away from where I lived. I live in the boonies, so I'm in despair.
I'm pretty sure I still have them. They're somewhere here. Mm-hmm. But I do have a gold foil Charizard card. So
now this transition from their game to now a trading card game is probably going to push a lot of bad buttons when it comes to Nintendo, because they are literally, if you are following in the gaming industry, there's a company called Tencent that was on the hook for copying a game from Sony called Horizon Zero Dawn from the Horizon series. And basically they had recreated a game, and it looked exactly like Horizon Zero Dawn, the first game, and showed hardly any sort of differentiation except for like slight differences in character creation. But I basically said they're trying to Tencent Pokemon, and they're copying, but they're not copying at the same time, because there are differences and everything, especially when it's considered bloodshed amongst the creatures, the pals, I guess you could say. But I can't wait to see what happens, because they literally just got out of a lawsuit with Nintendo where the courts ruled against Nintendo's copyright infringement or trademark over the Pokemon creature battle and capture mechanics.
So basically they were just like, Nintendo, you have too much money.
No, they said that they couldn't do that because it would limit the creative freedoms of other game developers that wanted to use mechanics like that. So they couldn't copyright the mechanics, I guess. So
Yeah, I'm literally playing a mobile game. I can't remember what it's called. That's also has like where you go out and capture creatures, and then they work in your little base. But yeah, very similar vibe.
yeah.
Heck,
So
there
they-
was Pocket Mortys years ago for Rick and Morty that they did like that.
Oh my god.
So like I said,
That's so funny.
it's a mechanic that they can't really trademark or keep to themselves because a lot of other games use it in some form and fashion. And it's like it's not like an exact replica of the Pokemon capture and battle, but
Right.
it is a mechanic that is used in other games as well.
Right.
They have a monopoly on it in that regard, but I can't wait to see it because I just want to see the cards. We've only seen like a little preview of them so far, but I just want to see the card designs to see how they're going, which way they're going to go with that.
That is exactly the reason I got into Magic the Gathering in the first place. Like my sister and our friend were had the cards, were buying them and stuff. And I didn't care for the game at all. But like they were all collecting these cards. And then I saw how pretty the art was.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our friends, he gave me like this beautiful card. It had a unicorn on it, and he put it in one of those really nice plastic sleeves. And so I still have it, but like that was it. That started everything.
That was the
cards.
downhill. That was the downhill
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah,
But
I just love the feel of some cards.
I understand. I understand completely. I didn't play Pokemon for one. I didn't have anyone to play with because I was the only nerd in my age group who played them. But I like to collect them just because I wanted to catch them all. I guess you could say. I just wanted to have all the cards.
I was very briefly a gym leader for a local game store.
Sweet. But that's all I have so far for gaming. Nothing. Like a lot of the interesting stuff happened. I would probably be on here for like 5 hours if I wanted to talk about it all. But let's not torture my fellow co-hosts with that. So
for before you finish and wrap up, one of the things that, and it goes back, I talked to my little brother about this. So they have the Pokemon vending machines now, which can you imagine if they had that when we were kids for any of this stuff?
I would have been broke.
Yeah, my little brother, his generation, like we had the cards and everything. His generation was the Beyblades.
Oh,
He
Beyblades.
he still loves those Beyblades. He's 20, 21, about to be 21, I think.
that's okay.
Yeah, and still loves it and whatnot. And he's like, listen, you don't understand. If they had a vending machine like that, I would be broke.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that the trading stuff's is still a thing.
Yeah.
No,
like
it's
I
okay.
used to have Pokemon cards, but I did sell like most of them off. But like you never know, like some of them could be of value if you get them like graded and whatnot.
Yeah,
My
you can
friends,
actually. Oh, go ahead.
no, my friends used to pull them like just to get the rare cards. Like that's what they wouldn't even like. Yeah, not that many people play it. It's just another it's like gambling basically. But
Yeah,
Have your binder.
that's literally what it is. That's literally what it is.
I do have my cards in a binder.
I do
There
have
you
my
go.
cards in a binder.
I sold my cards. I sold my Yu-Gi-Oh cards for about 600. I sold my Pokemon cards for about 300. Which now, as an adult, I wish I'd had hung on to those because I probably would have sold them for way more.
I don't think I have any rare cards. I think like I said, I have the Poliwhirl gold plated card, but I also have. Let's see, what was it? I think it's a Moltres, like a holographic Moltres, like from the first gen of the game.
Okay.
So, but I'm not honestly sure. I don't think it's like too rare or anything. I just thought it looked pretty, so I put it in one of my better plastic, like hard plastic sleeves. So, but that's all I got for gaming. Unfortunately, I've been insanely busy with talking about gaming that I didn't have time to talk about gaming.
Gaming life.
The
All
gaming
right.
life.
Well, thank you, Molly, for letting us into the world of gaming. from the world of gaming, of course, to the world of living. Michelle with entertainment, Michelle with Total Apex.
Wrong one.
Living, technically not though.
Technically.
Oh yeah.
Total,
Just have to wait.
Total Apex Living.
Thanks,
Me playing.
Corey.
That was me playing guitar.
Oh, guitar. So what I have is something that's very near and dear to my inner child, and that is Barbie. Barbie actually, Mattel released a new Barbie doll yesterday or the day before yesterday, the 11th. She was actually technically released, and she is the very first autistic Barbie.
Oh.
And she is fantastic. So I wrote an entire article about it, which you can find at totalapexentertainment.com. And under our mental wellness section, this Barbie, what makes her so special is that Mattel actually worked with an organization called the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, or ASAN, and they took input to design the doll's clothing and accessories and everything, and her face as well. So some of the coolest things about her is that if you look at her eyes are just slightly positioned to the side rather than straight forward. Now, we have Barbies out there with giving you like the side eye kind of deal. But those are, we have plenty of those. This is different. She's just not quite making eye contact. And for a lot of autistic people, it is hard sometimes to make eye contact. And so that's really significant. She has sound canceling earphones. She has a fidget spinner ring, which actually spins. And she has a tablet. Her tablet is pretty cool because the icons on the tablet, I want to make sure I get this right. I don't forget the right words. So her tablet actually has icons for augmentative and alternative communication apps, or AAC. And some autistic people will use these to help with communication. So for some autistic people that are nonverbal and stuff like that, they may find it hard to communicate with people, of course, so they can use these kind of apps to help them out. Her clothing and her shoes are very deliberate as well. So they chose to give her a loose kind of flowy dress because the feeling of fabric on skin can be very distressing for some autistic people. And she has her shoes are flats for stability, and that's amazing too. I do also the other thing was they articulated her elbows and wrists so that children can role play stims like hand flapping and stuff like that. So they really put a lot of thought into her design. They also chose to make her a person of color, which is fantastic because girls and people of color are underdiagnosed a great deal. And so it's just really cool for this doll to be out there. And now children can be able to really kind of see themselves more. Now she's not, and I wrote a whole lot more. It's in the article though, so you'll have to go read it. Just go read it. She's not the first doll to represent disability though, or difference. Now a broken wrist is not necessarily a disability, but it still could be significant to a child. And then we have the blind Barbie, and one with a prosthetic, and the dolls with Down syndrome. I put their numbers there. The 2, 4, 3. That 3 is supposed to be next to the 4. These 4 are all the 2 on the left and the 2 on the right are all fashionistas, and the one in the middle is a deluxe style doll. So that'll make them easier to find if you're looking for them. There was another fashionista who had a prosthetic as well, and Mattel has been doing a really good job of trying and really making an effort for diversity and representation. We've had Barbies in wheelchairs. We have the smaller Chelsea dolls in wheelchairs. So just all kinds of really wonderful representation happening. And I of course ordered my autistic Barbie. She's on her way, and I'll have her in about a week.
Sweet. I like how they have her giving a sort of grin, like a little smile grin or something like that. I don't know why. It's that grin that you're given where you're just sitting there and you're just in your own little world, just relaxing as you can.
It's okay, what are you smiling about? Life.
Yeah, until we get that question, what's so funny? Why are you smiling?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I think autistic people sometimes will get for having like a face and like no emotional expression some of the time. And I feel like that's really a stereotype that you know that you don't feel emotions and stuff like other people, and that's just not true. So I do like that she's got that kind of really almost a Mona Lisa smile going on.
Right.
That little secretive smile.
Yeah, we don't know what she's listening to.
Yeah.
She's listening. You know what she's listening to? She's listening to Good Hang with Amy Poehler.
Oh, maybe.
To go right back.
Maybe. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one. This is a good one.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait for you to show it to us because you're gonna show it off. I know you are.
Oh, of course I will. Now
I will also. I'm sorry. I will also throw in there that she's also the next podcast she's listening to right now is Total Apex Media Podcast. That's what I should have plugged.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Now, one of the things I did mention in the article too that that I'm not going to go into too much detail because I want folks to go read it, is that she might be the first autistic Barbie, but she is not Mattel's first autistic doll. So,
who was the first autistic doll?
I'm not telling you. You'll have to read my article, Corey.
What?
Go read it. Go read it. No spoilers.
Read it. Yeah, go read it. I'll show her to you after. She's right here. But yeah, so head over to totalapexentertainment.com/mental/autistic-barbie-release and you will find it there, or you can just go to totalapexentertainment.com, and again it's under our mental wellness section.
Or you can follow the link in the description below.
That's true.
That's true.
I will drop the link in the conversation. There we go.
Woot.
Bam.
Look
All
at
right.
That's how you get it done. I'm about to knock down my curtain.
So yeah, I get excited when I'm talking about dolls.
We can tell you are
It's
the
all
doll. The doll. You are the doll master, which I think, which I think
you
is the
can't
name
call
of
her
the
a
movie.
puppet man. You can't call her a puppet.
No,
man.
we legally can't call her. No, we legally can't do that. So
Nope. But
what else?
that's all I've got.
What?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
No
right.
recalls this week.
There are some recalls that
wanna give
have
the
been going
highlights
on. Yeah, there
recalls?
was some cheese being recalled. What was it? Now I'm trying to remember about the cheese.
I remember us
When you-
talking about it vaguely earlier today.
We did
I think
talk
you
about
said
the
they
cheese.
had- I think you said
Wasn't
that
it something
the
about tater
cheese.
tots too?
Tater
Oh yeah,
tots
tater
too.
tots. The tater tots had pieces of plastic.
Yeah, so
Inside
Pecorino
the
Romano cheese, which I know it's many brands. One of them is Boar's Head though, and there was a whole bunch of other ones. And then Ore-Ida tater tots. For the Pecorino Romano is for listeria contamination, and then the tater tots is for pieces of plastic.
Good grief.
So
Just
we're going to
in-
be reporting on those on the entertainment site as well under our lifestyles and then food and drink.
Yeah, just in
Yeah.
case you didn't get your daily dose of microplastics already.
Oh,
Ore-Ida's
these aren't
got you
micro.
covered. Ore-Ida's got you covered.
This is the
Instead-
kind that might hurt your teeth.
Instead of
Ugh.
micro, they're gonna go macro on you.
Yeah. So we do have, there are recalls happening all the time.
No. And for more recalls, head over to totalapexentertainment.com. So, thank you, Michelle, for the letting us live in the Barbie world with a Barbie girl
Here's a Barbie.
wrapped in plastic. It's
It's
fantastic.
fantastic. I can't say
All right.
this, I'm sorry.
All right, and everyone, I think that is it this week for Total Apex Media Podcasts. Of course, don't forget to hit that bell. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. And even if you don't want all those notifications and whatnot, you can kind of turn it off a little bit, but we want you to get all those notifications.
We
Yeah,
We
will.
want
you
you in our
wanna know.
lives. Yes,
You
we
wanna
want
know
you in
our
our
lives.
lives. Yes. And then also don't forget to tune in to Total Apex Media Gaming
On Twitch.
on Twitch.
On Twitch. And
We're-
no, it's gonna be on the Total Apex Media for you.
And this is gonna be here on the YouTube page.
Yep.
And of course you guys are gonna head over to the Total Apex podcast on Spotify as well.
You can follow us there, yep.
You can follow us there and let us know.
Stalk us
Hey, you know what? For those who are listening, let us know what you guys want us to talk about every once in a while. Leave a comment there, leave a comment here. We'll discuss it.
We will research the heck out of it and come back to you.
Exactly.
I could show off a
Exactly.
different doll every time.
Ooh, doll reviews. No, the doll report with Michelle Kitts.
I have
Michelle,
over
what's
I have over 300 of them, so
Oh, man.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
listen? It's Toy Story. When you go to sleep, I'm sure those dolls come to life. Toy Story style, not like possessed Chucky stuff.
no,
I mean-
I love them, so they're nice.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. I've been your host, Corey. Thank you again, Molly, Michelle, and Andrew for joining, like you do every week. Have a Total Apex kind of night. Or day,
Bye.
whatever
Bye.
you guys are listening to. Yeah. Bye.
Oh, I have to click the button.
Yeah, you're the one that to
Keep
do
waving.
that. Yeah.
Everybody keep waving. Just keep waving. Smile.